Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well and having a good Friday. Today I'm here to talk with you about my August plans. Actually my pile here is quite a bit bigger than I thought it would be because you're watching this on the 11th of August. I am filming this on Monday the 7th. But yes, there is quite a bit of sewing that needs to happen amongst some of the stuff that I'm already committed to doing for the month, such as my Distashify fabrics that you guys already saw there at the end of July. Those are gonna be in here. I do have my fabric for the sew along that I'll be doing, so that kind of counts towards that. But yeah, now that my kids are back in school, as I'm filming this today's their first day of school back, and now that we are back in a routine, I think I'm going to be able to sneak in among all of my other Tomcat Stitchery commitments and things I have to do, household chores I have to do, just being mom and wife and that kind of stuff, that I am going to be able to squeeze in some sewing. Also have some family visiting. There's a couple of weekends that are out just because we've got family visiting. But I think I'm going to be able to get some sewing time in, which is, as you all know, very important to my mental health. So this is a larger pile than I was expecting. And there were a few fabrics that I talked about in my July makes it plans that did not get made that I'm just setting aside for now. I've kind of, I was inspired at the beginning of July and then kind of lost oomph for those a little bit. So they're just going to go in the stash and they'll be there next summer. That's the beauty of, I didn't want to force anything. So there were a couple of beautiful rayons that I showed, some viscose challies that I really kind of wanted to make some summer dresses out of, but I think I'm just going to hang on to them and wait until the spring. I'm always in the mood to start sewing floral, floaty summer dresses about February. It never fails. I always start doing some dresses about that time just to help lift my mood. That's usually about that time of winter where I just want to pretend that the warm weather is coming, even though it's many months still away. So anyway, we'll put those aside until we get to there. But I do have a few things that I wanted to get to still this summer because I am still doing some summer sewing. And like I mentioned, Tuesday is going to be my fall capsule wardrobe. So I will have a few things I'll be showing you there. Two of the things in my lap here will also appear there, but that video is going to be more things I'm going to be making throughout the fall, not just in August. And like I said, once I do my August makes at the beginning of September, I'm going to go back to the regular way I was doing videos. I just kind of wanted to do some of these plans and lookbook type videos now for the summer, just out of, just kind of fun, just something different, something old school, going back to the beginning of the channel. And these are kind of fun, I think, to go back to. So that's the plan. Okay. So, like I said, today's Friday. I need to tell you about the Feature Friday pattern for Love Notions because it's a good one. This week's Love Notions Feature Friday is the Summer Key Pants and Shorts. It is a fabulous pattern and it has just been redone. So this is the re-release of the Summer Key Pants. If you already own this, go back into your library and re-download it. The new file will be in there. That will be the newest file that'll be in your account. So if you already downloaded, re-download the new one. I don't know that a lot changed in the original sizing, but they have gone to their extended sizing with this new release. And I wasn't a tester for this one, so I'm not entirely sure everything that's changed. They may have a few more features put into the newer pattern. So regardless, if it's already in your library and you're thinking about making it up, just re-download the pattern. Just go into your library and re-download it. Otherwise, if it's not in your catalog, I would grab it. It's a plain front pant. You can make them in knits. You can make them in wovens. I've done both. But it has elastic in the back and a flat front, and it's got an option for pockets there in the front. And a few different leg options. They're just a really easy, comfortable pair of pants to wear. So if you don't have those in your library, today's a great time to buy them because they're $5 today only. And if you use the code TKS10, it'll get you an additional 10% off that sale price. Okay, let's get into this because I've got a lot. All right, so just a couple things. There's one thing that I talked about last month that didn't get made up that I really do want to get made up, and that is my Italian linen that I bought. My intention is to make the grace dress. I'm going to do a sew the look for this, but it's the Marcia style grace dress. I've made it before. I'm going to make another one out of the fabric. I've already talked about this. I'm not going to talk too much more about it, but this is in my August plans. I really want to get this made up this summer so that I can get to wearing it. It just makes me so happy and it reminds me of my trip. So that is the one thing that's being carried over into this month. All right, this is not one of my colors, but this is a selfless make. I bought some of this bamboo jersey from Let's Sew. You saw it in my fabric haul back whenever that was, April, May. Anyway, I bought this for Jenny. I bought the rest of the bolt of this color, and gosh, I think maybe I have 3 yards, maybe, but she's wanting pajamas, and I told her I would make her some. So I'm going to make her the Love Notions Luna Loungewear. Definitely going to make her the nightgown. We're going to put the shelf bra in it, and the shelf bra into it. And I think I've got enough to do the nightgown, a cami, and a pair of the cropped pants. So if not the cropped pants, maybe at least the shorts. But she just wants something a little cooler to be sleeping in. So I am making her a little pajama set out of this and told her I would do that. Also on that note, I know that my Kalispell dresses were on the my list of things to make in July that didn't get made. Those are on the possibility for sew-alongs. So I am, on Sunday, we are going to start a sew-along. It's going to be the Style Art Spencer woven pants. I decided, since that was the one I was already planning on doing, I'll go ahead and do that one now, and then that gives us time to tally up all of your all's votes on what pattern you would like to see after that. So we're going to start with the Spencer woven pants. Along with that, I'll be slipping in a tutorial that you can watch with the sew along or without on how to line a pair of pants that don't have a lining. So I will be lining my Spencer woven pants. You can obviously omit that if you want, or if you want to know how to do that, or do that on another pant pattern. That'll be kind of a separate tutorial that'll happen right in the middle of the sew along as part of the sew along, if that makes sense. But we'll talk about more of that in a minute. I've got the fabric here. But the Kalispell, it could be a sew-along that happens after that. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of the, gone through all the comments yet to really see what was winning as far as plans or patterns, but that very well could be. I am going to get those made up regardless, because I want to do a 2 patterns or 1 pattern, 2 body types type of video with those, and obviously 2 different color palettes. So stay tuned on that. I just don't know if that's happening in August or September or when that's going to happen. Okay. I have 2 knits here. Again, I've got my Destashify stuff you've already seen that'll be made up this month, but I have 2 knits that I also bought on that same trip where I got the bamboo jersey. This digital print that I already showed you that I'm just absolutely in love with. I just think that it is gorgeous, and I just want to get a dress made out of it. And I think it's just going to be a Wonderlust dress. I went back and forth on, I've got a few of those in my wardrobe, and I think I'm going to make another one in the fall, possibly. Do I want to try something different? But what I love about it, I love the Love Notions title as well. They're similar in shapes, but the Love Notions title does have like a princess seam. So the back wraps around to the front. And so instead of a side seam, there's a seam, kind of a princess seam here, which is just, and it also has a center back seam. So there's just more, I think it's because that side seam wraps to the front. There's more a breakup of pattern, whereas the Wonderlust just has side seams. So it's a little bit more print and then print in the back. The Wonderlust also has which is Pattern Emporium, also has a center back seam for some beautiful shaping, but the front stays unmarred, if you will. And because this is like a large scale print, I want to keep it as unchopped up as possible. So I think I am going to go ahead and do a Wonderlust, the Pattern Emporium Wonderlust in this fabric. And I was kind of thinking that when I bought it. And I think I'm going to do a short sleeve so I can wear it this summer, but then also layer it really easily as we go into the cooler months as well. Because I feel like these colors could go both ways. So that is the plan. And that, honestly, those Wanderlust dresses do not take me long to make. They're like a big t-shirt. Okay, next up is this wonderful French terry. Now, this came from this was from Let's Sew. This one came from the University of Sewing. I think she still has some of this left. This is a cotton spandex French terry, and it is from Stoff. I just love the Stoff knits. They're just so wonderful, like beefy and wonderful, and they feel great. And at first I thought that I would make a dress out of this as well, you know, like a title or some sort of a knit dress. I think I have 3 yards of this, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like I don't want it to be a dress. The more I think, I kind of maybe want it, and I'm also wondering, am I in the wrong time of year? Because this, with the white, the background does lend itself to be a little bit more springy / summery. So I may be in the wrong time of year. I mean, I can go ahead and make something up. So this may go on the bottom of the pile. So if it doesn't get made up in August, it may just get put aside until next spring. But I kind of feel like, I don't know what I want out of this, to be honest. What do you all think? I was playing around with, you know, I just made myself the Sunday romper by Love Notions. Love that. And there is a version that has a longer pant, like a cropped pant. And I've never made that version. I've always made the shorts. But I have that pattern that I just printed it out. I have it all ready to go. So I could do that version of it and give myself a wonderful romper. I could make myself a hoodie. I could do the Itch to Stitch hoodie, which is called the, starts with an N, Nazir maybe? Oh, I can't remember. I'll put a picture of it, of the Itch to Stitch hoodie, or it could, even a Cashmerette Stanton. I could make myself another Cashmerette Stanton out of this. Although both of those have a lot of seam lines, which is really interesting, but that might break up this pattern too much. So what do you guys think? Originally when I bought it, I was thinking dress, but, and maybe it should still be a dress. Maybe I just put this aside until the spring. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. This one's the one I was most up in the air about, but I had it sitting out with everything else for August, so I don't know. That one might be better to wait until the spring, just because, again, I feel like the white background lends itself more towards spring and summer. Who knows? Okay, but then I was inspired by this. So this is a cotton sateen, a heavier weight cotton sateen with a little bit of stretch that I bought at University of Sewing, and I bought the last of it. And I can't remember how much I bought, to be honest. I bought the rest of the bolt, but it's also this digital print with these really fun, beautiful colors, and I had no idea what I was going to do with it. I showed this to you guys back in April or May, whenever that was, I went on that trip. Anyway, someone had posted a Closet Core Patterns Blanca flight suit, the shorts. They'd made it as shorts, and I don't know that that's an option on the pattern, but it's pretty easy to hack. And that was one that was on my list of possibilities in July with the orange. The orange got too much in my head as being a prison jumpsuit, so I decided to save that orange for something else. Later, it's just going to go back in my stash. But someone had made on Instagram in a print, kind of a wild floral print, a short, so a romper version of the Blanca flight suit, and it was so cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need a print version. I haven't even made a solid version yet. But then I thought of this fabric and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly, this would be so perfect for that because it'll hold its structure really well. It'll be a cotton, be comfortable to wear. This is like the perfect fabric for that. This still needs to be washed. So anyway, I'm going to make myself a Blanca flight suit, a shorts version, short sleeved, short version out of this. Because I figured, you know, it stays warm-ish a little bit later into the, I don't know, I mean, sometimes it can be warm in October, sometimes it's freezing in October. It really hit or miss a little bit here, but I figured that I could probably wear shorts at least through September, most likely into October. And I can, you know, just jean jackets of some description over this to kind of make it a little bit more fall appropriate, and just the shoes I wear with it, I think I can make it a little bit more fall appropriate, and then it'll be all ready for spring. So once I've tried it out as a shorts romper, then I want to make it as a long pant, also with the short sleeves, but long pants, and this is part of my fall capsule wardrobe. So I bought, this is the heavyweight linen from the fabric store down in New Zealand. I couldn't tell you the colorway. But it's right after I had my colors done, and I was like, I don't know that that's a good color for me. Anyway, turns out it is on my color card. Love this color. And I bought it with the intention of being a Blanca flight suit, just have not gotten around to making it. Now is that time, because this color is going to be in my fall color palette. So it's going to be perfect. And I feel like the longer, I say long, I think there's a version that's kind of a cropped leg, like a wide leg crop, like ankle pant. I want to do that version, but with the short sleeves, because then I can layer it really easily. I think I'll get more wear out of it than if it had long sleeves. I feel like the long sleeves, especially in linen, might limit me, because I'm not going to wear linen in the dead of winter. But I will wear linen and layer it through the fall, and then this could totally go spring as well, and then even into the summer. So, as maybe not the dead of summer, sometimes pants can be a little hot, but I feel like I could definitely get this through a large portion of the year, and it's a great color for that. So 2 Blanca flight suits. One is shorts, short sleeved. The other one, the pant version, short sleeved. I've had that pattern since it was released and have not made it up. So now is the time. And then finally, this is the fabric that I've chosen. We'll talk more about it on Sunday for my Spencer woven pants by Style Arc. This army green, olive green is also in my color palette for the fall. And actually, I think I've got 3 yards of this, but I bought this off my friend Marissa. She had bought it because still has the tag on it, at a sale, and she had her colors done, and she's a summer. So she asked me, she's like, do you want to buy this off me? And I was like, yes. So it's a beautiful wool, and it's like a wool, I guess you'd call it a wool gabardine, maybe a wool twill. There's a bit of a twill weave in there, but definitely like a suiting weight, like a pant weight. So I'm going to do those Spencer woven pants in this wool fabric, and I will be lining it. So I'll be talking more about choosing fabric for those pants on Sunday, because that will be part 1, which we'll be talking about fabric and supplies on Sunday. But this is the fabric I'm going to be using for that. So this is also going in my August plans, because I will have that obviously all sewn up, even though that and this is also going in my fall capsule wardrobe, same the color, but that sew along will go over multiple weeks. So it'll go from August into September, about mid-September. I think it's a 4 or 5 week total sew along when all is said and done. And that includes the tutorial for how to line a pair of pants. So anyway, how to line a pair of fly pants, I guess you should say. So because this does have a zip fly in the front. So we'll be lining a pair of pants with a zipper fly. Okay, that is it. I think that is plenty to get me through August. Probably a little bit too much, probably being a little bit overly optimistic, but you know what? I love planning out sewing plans. If they don't happen, that's fine. The fabric can go back in the stash. But I love that it's part of my creative process to do that. I know I'm not alone on that, but just a great way to kind of get my juices flowing, finishing up some summer sewing and some transitional pieces. And then Tuesday, I'll be back with an announcement. It probably has something to do with me opening up the fitting class again for this fall semester, a fall term of the fitting class. So that is I'll be opening that back up for students again. So you definitely want to be here on Tuesday or get on the newsletter so you have first access to news on Monday, as well as the fall capsule wardrobe PDF will be for free in that newsletter that comes out on Monday. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I hope you all are having a wonderful Friday. I hope you get some sewing in this weekend, and I will be back Sunday with part 1 of the Style Arc Spencer woven pant sew along. Have a good one. I'll see you then. Bye.